All right, let's take a look at what we can do to make this game look a little bit better. So let's add in a 300 by 300 point in Adobe Illustrator. And what we'll do is we'll make something that's a little bit easier to understand. Okay, so for example, let's get rid of the stroke here, and then let's change the color to 50, 50, 50. Okay, now if you want, remember in SpriteKit, we had the color of 0.2. So if you go 255 times 0.2, it's technically 51. So the off black color that we're working with is very close to this. And if you really want to match it up 100%, we could say it's 51, 51, and 51. Okay. So let's just go ahead and let's add that in here. Okay, so now what we can do is we can make, kind of our dark looking ship and our light looking ship. So let's do that here. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it fairly simple. We're going to add in, kind of a triangle here. I think what we'll do is we'll make this pretty simple. Okay. And we're going to actually use one of my favorite techniques, which is black on black. So if we look at that here, we have a ship, and then let's make this darker, 25, 25, and 25. And then let's add in the pen tool again, and we're gonna kind of take our pen tool kind of like this. And don't worry about that. In fact, yeah, let's doesn't actually matter where this one is. You'll see why. So push V and then command bracket, and there you go. So you can see this is black on black. Now actually I kind of want this to be a little bit more. So let's maybe bring it up to 40. Yeah. So I don't want the difference to be too great. And let's take a look at the pen tool again. And yeah, we can maybe make this straight, and we might as well intersect this with the rest here. Yeah, just like that. And there we go. So I'm just going to undo both of those. Make sure I'm right in line. And there you go. And let's add in one more. And what we can actually do is we could probably even just add in a square here. Something like that. Move that up. Yeah, something like that. I think that's probably pretty good. And let's make these even darker. So we'll bring that down maybe another 10 to about 30. All right, so yeah, so you can see that we now have, it's getting darker and darker. And this kind of has a cool looking look to it. Let's click on this so we can save the color and maybe bring in this, give it some engines, something like that. And we won't make it flush. That. Yeah, I think that probably works. And we'll select, move these both up quite a bit actually. Yeah, like that. Okay. And we might as well give this a cockpit. That looks pretty good. Something like that. And close it off. And what we'll do is we'll actually move this lighter. We'll move it to maybe 58. Yeah, make it, that we need a little bit more contrast that. And that like 60. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we now have a black on black ship, and that's exactly what we want. Now let's copy and paste it. We're going to go to Object, Transform, and then we're going to go Reflect, of course, along the vertical, and then we'll go and line this up here. Okay, so let's kind of move it in here and make sure that everything is jiving. And then, yeah, so that actually looks pretty good. The only thing I'm not too crazy about, and actually I'm going to undo that here because it wasn't flush the way I wanted it to be. Yeah. Got to make sure that everything, yeah, you can see here that this needs to be right on the line here. Okay. And that actually looks pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is, the only thing I'm not crazy about with this is this. So maybe we'll move this down a bit, and we'll move this guy out a bit too. Yeah, and I think that looks actually quite good. Okay, so we now have our light ship, or our dark ship. In the next tutorial, we're going to make the light ship. I'll see you then.